In this video, I'm going to show you a spreadsheet where you can see the customer journey and see what kind of numbers and stats are influencing your conversion rate. So let's get right into it. So here we are on the spreadsheet where I'm going to show you the different conversion gaps that people might find on their store. Starting right here from the traffic part of this spreadsheet and basically going through the customer journey. So basically how a site visitor goes through your store. Now let's assume you have about 5,000 visitors a month. And you have a bounce rate of 50%, means that 50% of your visitors do basically leave your site immediately from the page they have visited in the first time, on the first moment. Leaves you with 2,500 people that are visiting more than one page. Now, crucial here, more than one page means that they are potentially going from your product page to a checkout page or from a collection page to a product page or whatsoever. So there is some interaction going on. These are people who are basically stay on your site, and these are people who are already shown an interest in what you are selling. So that's why I'm calling them the real visitors. 80% of these people might actually be on the product page. That means other people are just on, on a homepage, collection page, about us page, shipping, tracking, notification, or whatsoever. So these are people are just leaving before they ever come to a product page. So if you assume that 20% of your traffic does not see a product page, then this leaves us with 2,000 people that basically will see your products. Now we go into industry standards that might be varying a little bit from industry, from niche, from product to product, but usually about 10% on a good converting store go to a add to cart. That means 10% of your visitors are basically adding something to the cart. If you have 2,000 product page visitors, that leaves us with 200 people that add something to the cart. Now, you keep in mind that not everyone who puts something in a cart has a buyer intention. A lot of people use the cart as a sort of a wish list or as a reminder while they're still browsing your website. So they put it in a cart, they continue browsing, and at some point they might make a decision if they really want to buy from you or not. So at this point, we basically have 200 people in there, and then also a sort of industry standard or e-commerce standard is that 50% of these people who have added something to the cart will move on to your checkout page. So that means from the 200 that initially have added the product to the cart, you will have 100 people on your checkout page. From the checkout page, now we're coming to the money page. That means that's the point where people need to pull out their credit card, enter all the information, and really want to buy from you. Again, sort of statistics show that about 55 to 60% might actually continue and really buying from you. That means from the 100 that initially are on your checkout page, there's a good percentage of people who are on the checkout page and then still decide not to buy from you. So if we go there with 55%, again, that might vary from industry to industry, then at least us with 55 buyers actually at the end of the day. So just to go back to the start, we had 5,000 visitors on your store. And from the 5,000, you had 55 who actually bought from you, which gives you a conversion rate of 1.1%. That's a conversion rate that a lot of stores are hovering around. Some of them are actually worse. So you're barely making money from that point, to be honest. But again, these are industry numbers. The industry average over all industries of conversion rates is in the range of 2%. So some are higher, some are lower. But in our example here, we're talking about a conversion rate of 1.1%. Now we're going into what actually is making you money. So we go into the product. So if you assume that your average order value is $50, and we have a gross margin, we have a gross margin on these $50 of 40%, that leaves us with the cost of goods of $30 and a profit per sale on $20. So from $50 sales price on the product, our profit is $20, and we will have a markup of 67%. All these are industry standard numbers, so they are really close to what most stores have. Again, it might vary from industry, from product, from niche to niche. And now finally, obviously, in the first place, you need to get people to your store. That means you're investing in some form into marketing. So the cost per acquisition, the CPA, is, in my example here, is $12. So basically I pay, for instance, Facebook or Google $12 to get the click, not the sale, get the click. In this case, I'm paying $12 for this conversion here, which then leaves me at the end of the day, if I have a profit of $20, with a net profit per order of only $8. And if I then go back to basically the 55 orders that I have, and I have a net profit of $8, that will give me an overall revenue of $2,750 per month and a very measly net profit of $440 per month. Now, keep in mind, this is only the cost per acquisition for marketing related costs. Your store might, or for sure, has also other fees and costs included. So that you have the Shopify fees there for your apps, for your transactions, for Shopify itself. You have transaction fees. You have your banking fees. You might have currency conversion fees. You might have virtual assistants. You pay for labor and so on and so forth. So your net profit actually might be much lower than $8, which then obviously will have a negative impact on your monthly revenue. So you see there's a lot of factors in there. A lot of people underestimate the numbers, or what they actually earn at the end of the day. A lot of people think that they make this on revenue, and that's basically their profit. But keep in mind, there is a lot of costs involved in running an online shop. Now, where do we start optimizing? All of these green boxes give you an indication where you can increase or decrease your key performance indicators to increase your net profit at the end of the month. So obviously here with the visitors of the month, quite easily we want to get more visitors. The easiest way to get visitors cheaper is getting returning customers. Then we want to decrease the bounce rate. Now we're talking about the technical part of your store to make it very, very fast, to communicate the right information in the right moment, so that people stay longer on your site, that they understand what your store is about, what you're offering. Then we want to obviously increase the number of product visitors. It's like, how can we streamline the site that we get the people basically to the product page as quick as possible? So that has to do with usability. Next one is we want to increase the number of the add to cart. Again, we're talking about optimizing the store, optimizing the product description, the imaging, and so on and so forth. Everything that has to do on the product page to build up trust, so that people really want to buy from you. Next one is increase the number to the checkout page. So now we are optimizing the add to cart page, and then we're optimizing the checkout page so that we increase the number of checkouts, that people are not dropping out in the last step of the purchase funnel. The other way is obviously we want to increase our average order value. So we want to find ways to get people to add more to the cart. We can do this with upsells and cross-sells and downsells. We can also do some price testing if we basically can increase the price of the product without having a drop in conversions. Obviously, we can, next one is increase the margins. So we might try to find the product cheaper, get better suppliers there. This goes hand in hand with decreased cost of goods. And then we want to find the best, most performing or high performing way for a low cost per acquisition. So that means we will have to work on marketing to find out what works best, how we can get traffic and new customers to our store for the lowest price. Now, all of these parts or these These topics are part of my coaching program. So if you're interested in learning more and putting all these strategies and tactics into place, then my coaching program might be the right fit for you. If you're interested, message me and I will get you all the details. It's a 3 months program. It's targeted for people who are already having a online store and already making sales and just want to get to the next level and make it more profitable, have more consistent and predictable sales, and just have a e-commerce business that really works. So again, if you're interested in my e-commerce coaching program, let me know. I'm more than happy to get you the details and have a chat on how I can help you. That's it for this video. Have a great day.